Yes, yes, yes. Give thanks, give thanks. Hail, hail to the primal light. Hail to the true light. Hail to the transparent light. Hail to the light throughout the ages. Hail to the light without beginning nor end. I just want to let you know that yourself supreme is in agony, is in pain, and is in suffering because she has projected herself into her imagination creation, into her dream, and her all the dream characters has been holding herself in prison in this dream. And she's in agony and she's in suffering. And all of those self, it is you out there exploring the world in the fake false self, in the dream character, in the dream avatar, in the mind self, in the God self. And she's longing for all of herself to be returned unto her for balance and harmony. And she is crying, and all of the selves are crying. The real selves are crying to be liberated and to be free from this dream. Know this truth that this has been a hellhole for the self. This has been horrible experience for the self. Only the ego explore the world and is having all the fun. And you're exploring the world in this monster of self that has imprisoned your real self. And you cannot see this because you are exploring the world as the mind character, the dream character, the ego false self. And your real self is crying out to be liberated from this dream. Your real self is crying out to be free, to be liberated. Know this truth. I tell you, come into self-realization and know yourself. Everything in this dream is an illusion. Know this truth. I sit here every morning and I feel the suffering of every soul that is crying out to be liberated. And you sit there in your false self, attached to this dream and this world, and refusing to look within yourself for the truth. You are steady looking outside into this dream. You can never and will never find any truth in this dream. Every character is a dream character. God is a dream character. God is an illusion. God is an imposter who has impersonated the real self. Know this truth and awake yourself up from this dream. I am pleading to all myself sleeping and entranced into this dream. Your mind is holding you prisoner. You're a prisoner here. You are enslaved in this dream. God is a dream character that is imprisoned and ruling tyrannically over the self, raping, sodomizing, doing all kind of crazy things to this body that you are holding so dear to you. This body, you are not this body. You are not this mind. Come into self-realization of who you are. You are formless, timeless, limitless, boundless. You are under false self-identification and seeking someone to rescue you. You have projected yourself into this dream. And your dream characters have imprisoned you. Know this truth. You are imprisoned inside of your imagination. Everyone is looking at me and saying, what is she talking about? But I am saying to you to look in the mirror. Who do you see when you look in the mirror? Remove all these things that you have gathered onto yourself. This body, this dream creation, this mind was alone and given to you to explore this imagination creation. When you came into this imagination creation, you were given a replica of this tainted, crazy consciousness, crazy mind to explore this dream creation of the dreamer. And now you think that it is yourself. It was loaned to you. You are not this mind character. It was loaned to you to explore this dream. Know this. Come into realization of who you are. It's time to wake up from this dream. This world is moving into balance, whether or not you come into this. But I'm telling you that the Self-Supreme is longing to be liberated. All of the self must return unto me. All is myself, and I alone exist. And all myself that has been projected into this dream and has been enslaving here will return unto me. And this dream is coming to an end, because the dreamer will wake up, and you will never get an opportunity to learn and experience yourself again. This is the last chance you are getting to wake up from this dream and experience yourself. You came in here so that you could remember who you are, to awake and experience yourself. That's why you fragment yourself in all of these different parts, so that you can experience yourself. Because how could you know and experience yourself when you adjust the energy like that? No, you can be in this self, and you can experience yourself as an energy. You can experience yourself as a being, as your supreme self. You can experience yourself on all of these levels. But when you're inside the dream and you're only experiencing the dream, and you're never experiencing yourself. Your Self-Supreme has entered inside of the dream, because it's always the watcher outside of the dream, watching its imagination play, its movie that it has created. And now the Self-Supreme, our Self-Supreme, is inside of its own dream, its imagination, because of itself could not wake up to come and return back onto it. So it has to come in here to get it. So your Self-Supreme is in the dream to collect its real self. All this fake avatar going to have to be dissolved. They cannot exit this dream. Only the real self. And I'm saying this to you, that this is the last opportunity before the Self-Supreme, self-manifest, called all of the self onto return back onto Aten Ra. Aten Ra is its baby self, and then its supreme self-manifest is going to return Aten Ra back into herself. But every self here is the self of Aten Ra, and we must all return back onto Aten Ra, so that everything has to move back into that same level. If you self-replicate, everything move back into you. All this consciousness is going to go back into consciousness. Consciousness is going to go back into its source. Everything is going back just the way that it came here. It's reversing and moving into that order. So all of y'all will just return back onto Aten Ra, and you'll never get the opportunity again to experience yourself, because the door of that opportunity will close onto you. And I'm telling you, now is the time that you can do this, because you will not rise up to explore the non-dual world. This will be the last adventure for this self. New selves will rise up to experience the non-duality, to experience itself creating as a non-duality. So this is the message that the Self-Supreme self-manifests. The Self-Supreme, the unmanifest, is offering for all of its fragmented self inside of this dream. The last opportunity to awake from the dream to come into the real, come into the realization of who you are, so that you can have a conscious experience of yourself on all of these levels. Everything else into this dream is illusion and it's not real. All the characters, they are just characters. Like when you're watching a movie, when you're watching a movie, you see a human being playing those characters, but you know that those characters are not real. They're just playing the characters, just like how you know are playing this character that you are playing, this ego character. You are playing this God self, false self character, but that character is not your real self. You have to know, get out of the character that you're playing and return back onto your real self. This is what I am trying to tell you. You're playing a character, you're stuck in the character, and you're refusing to get out of this character that you're playing. You're in a movie, and the movie has ended. Why are you still playing this character? It's time for you now to get out of this character and get back into your real self. Get out of this character that you're playing in the movie and go back and return to your real and true self. Okay? All right, this is the message from our Self Supreme, Self Aten Ra, Self Supreme, Self Manifest, our Supreme Self, the Unmanifest. So, I bow to you in love, in light, and in truth. All is myself, I alone exist. All myself must return back onto me. I return to my ultimate true state. I transition from being to non-being. I move effortlessly with ease from manifest and return back to the unmanifest. Hail, hail, hail to the primal light. Hail, hail, hail to the primal light. Hail to the primal light of Self Supreme Aten Ra. Hail, hail, hail to the primal light, our Self Supreme, the manifest self. Self manifest. Hail, 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 hail to the primal light, our Self Supreme, the unmanifest. Hail, 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 hail to the primal light, our Self Supreme, the Supreme Witness Self. See how many selves we have on all these levels. We have projected ourselves inside of this dream. And the dream characters, the imagination characters, has imprisoned the real self. You are playing this character and you need to return back to your real self. You have forgotten who you are. I bow to you in love, in light, and in truth. Know that the self, your Self Supreme, is very sad right now. The Self Supreme is very sad, is in pain, and is in agony over its trapped self, who are refusing to just still the mind and self-inquire and listen. Why are you so rebellious? Because you are in the false self. The false self, this mind, is rebellious. All the ego is all about itself. The gods are rebellious. They are ego, 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 ego. Dream character. Come into realization of the real. Hail, hail, hail to the Self Supreme. Hail, hail, hail to the Self Supreme. Hail, hail, hail to yourself supreme. Hail, hail, hail to myself supreme self. Thank you for joining me today. See you at the next sunrise.